Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go over a 6-fund M1 Finance pie designed for the retiree looking for income. Okay, this is just an example portfolio. Of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not recommending these funds. I'm just showing you how to assemble something on M1 Finance, get you a nice dividend yield of almost 7% with 6 funds, pretty well diversified all over the place. Now, expense ratio is most of you are gonna hate the expense ratio. Closed-end funds have high expense ratios, no doubt about that. Reason why: they are actively managed, and most run leverage on their portfolios to boost returns and provide income. So if you're able to live off 4% of your portfolio or even 5% of your portfolio with this 7% pie, you can have 2% reinvesting in itself. And also, I have a fund in here that will give the entire portfolio a dividend boost, and that's highly important when you are living off the dividends of your portfolio, is to have some funds in there that will compound their dividend over time. It doesn't have to be every fund doing that, but you need to have some piece in there that's going to grow your income and keep up with inflation. So if you're new here, please check the pinned comment down below. I got my Amazon link and Teespring and all that stuff that you can check out. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Also down there is my M1 Finance referral link. If you'd use that, what we're talking about here, if you haven't been in M1, you get, I think it's $10. I get $10 after you fund it. So it's just a win-win. So here we're going to look at today my M1 Finance, and what you'll see is the GW ETF Channel RV Fund. That's my home page, and what this is, if you don't know, this is where all the referral income, YouTube income, Amazon affiliate income, all that gets funneled into this fund. And I'm going to let this grow, and hopefully, in 9 years, there'll be enough here to me and my wife to buy an RV and hit the road and travel. So I'll link a video up there to explain this portfolio here, but that's not the focus of this video. The focus of this video is assembling a portfolio. So once you're in M1 Finance, you'll have this home page, and you will go to well, that's not right, but this is how I would do it after I've gotten the account opened. So you'd go to research, you go to my pies, you go to create new pie, and I've already have the funds picked out for this, so I'm just gonna type them in here. But you can search for stocks, you can search for funds, ETFs. They have expert pies where you can just pick a pie from what M1 has put together. I honestly don't recommend that because you can't change the values in them. So if you wanted to do a pie, wanted to do an expert pie, I would recommend copying the pie and creating your own one. But what we would do is we would go to back here, and you would search for the stocks you want to add to your pie. So first ETF I'm going to put in this pie is SCHV, and this is the Schwab US Large Cap Value ETF. Has a 3.6% dividend yield, and it is a growing dividend at that. I have done a video on this. I'll link it up top and down below. So you would click add to basket. You go to your next one, and this one is of course QYLD. Of course, I've done videos on that. That pays an 11%. It is a Global X NASDAQ 100 covered call ETF. Click add to basket. Next one UTG. That is the Reeves Utility Income Fund that pays a 6.2% yield. I have done a video on this one as well. Link down below and up top. Click add. Whoops. Let's go back to edit. We'll go to add. I should have added it to add to basket. There we go. And then next one is THQ. I don't think I did a video on this one, but this is a healthcare fund that pays 6.9%, and it's a closed-end fund, and you'll see here its top two holdings, Johnson & Johnson and United Health. Add that to basket. Next one is RQI. That's a real estate fund, pays 8.2%. Its top holdings, American Tower and CCI. I have not done a video on that one. And last up is ETY, which is another covered call equity closed-end fund. It pays 8.5%. Click add to basket, and once you did all that, then you click add, and then you'll come to this screen where you tell M1 Finance how much of your money is going to be allocated to each holding. So I'm going to start from the bottom here, and the SCHV US Large Cap ETF, I want 30% of the money going into SCHV. So that's going to be like the main holding in this pie. Next one is QYLD. We're going to boost up the income here and put 20% in QYLD. UTG, which is going to be 15%. THQ, which is 15%. RQI 10%, and ETY 10%. Then you can name the pie. I'm going to call this Retiree Income Fund. And you click save. And that'll bring you up to here. It'll show you the performance. The 5-year performance, you're up 17.4%, which is the combination of all the funds put together if you were to put in $100 all at one time. Okay, but you'll see here you have just under 7%, 6.93% dividend yield with a 0.96% expense ratio, and most of that's coming from those closed-end funds. But like I said, if you're pulling out 5% of income from this, you'll have, almost 2% being reinvested back into the fund to increase your income. And you'll also have SCHV, which is the large cap value ETF. If you look at my video that I did on that, this has about a 10%, I want to say. I think it's over 10% compounded annual growth rate on the dividend. So that will really help along with the 2% you're putting in. QYLD, of course, I got videos on that. UTG, got the video on that. This one actually grows its income, but very slowly. But you can see you got large cap value stocks. So there's some big stocks like Berkshire Hathaway, Johnson & Johnson, things of that nature. QYLD gives you the income from covered calls on the NASDAQ 100. The Utility Income Fund gives you exposure to utilities, which are less volatile than stocks, and gives out good income. Then you got 15% in the healthcare sector. This has Johnson & Johnson and a bunch of the big healthcare funds, and paying a really good dividend there. And then RQI gives you real estate exposure. So you get 10% of real estate exposure. And then you get another bump of ETY and the covered calls in the equity income fund here. Now you could pull this out and add it all to QYLD. That'll definitely bump up your dividend yield, but wanted to stay a little bit diversified here because I just think these are going to trade differently because QYLD is rules based as far as how they treat their options plays, and ETY is actively managed. So I like to have that mix there. So there you go. Then you would fund the portfolio. If you used my link and you went in here and did this, the minimum is $100, and it would divide the money up. If you put $100 in, it would divide the money up how you set the targets. So you can adjust these targets, and that would also adjust the dividend yield. So if you put $100 in, it basically put $30 in SCHV, 20 in QYLD, 15 each in UTG and THQ, and then $10 each in RQI and ETY. But all in all, you're going to get 6.93% dividend yield, and it's pretty passive. You just fund it with the money, and it will buy. M1 Finance will not strategically, actually. What's the word I'm looking for? Algorithmically buy what you have preset the targets to be. So M1 Finance, great passive way to invest in things like this. Not really designed for the active investor. It's really, you can use it, but its absolute strength is passive investing into a pie like this in diversified ETFs and funds. That's my opinion, and you know what they say about opinions, everybody's got one. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to leave the link down below to this pie, and if you use it, you'll get $10. I'll get $10. Win-win situation. Check out the Amazon link down below, because every purchase made on Amazon through my Amazon link goes to that ETF channel, GW ETF channel RV fund, and it costs you nothing extra to use my link. So I would appreciate it. You guys have a good rest of your week. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.